Come blur that. Get that away. Oh my Lord. That was not cool. Jesus Christ. Good morning. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Just trying to moisturize my hair and twist it back up. My hair be needing this moisture, child. My hair be needing this moisture. Where is my freaking comb at? Oh my God. Come on, comb. Is it in here? Yes, here it is. I don't know where none of my head clips are, child. I don't know where nothing is. Happy Friday, though. Happy Friday, though. I didn't get no coffee yet, though. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. It's on the way. The coffee's on the way, honey. The coffee is on the way, though. How is everyone today? Hello. If you guys come in, can y'all give me a thumbs up, please? And thank you. Can y'all give me a thumbs up? That helps my channel. That helps people find me. That helps people find my channel. Look at y'all. I'm finding food in my... What the heck is going on here? I don't have no, I'm going to use this rubber band. Oh, I got one. I found one. God is good, right? God is good, ain't he? And all the time. I just got to twist braid the back of my hair up. And then I'm going to go to get me some coffee. Let me get me some coffee. I know I'm braiding, detangling my hair in the car. I sure am. I sure am. Ooh, this feels good on my scalp. Oh God. Ooh. I need some hair oil. I don't have any with me, but. Hi guys, 6 people watching. When you guys come in, can y'all please give me a thumbs up? Please, thank you. You guys don't know my story. I am a single homeless woman, as you see my channel name, honey. Single homeless woman. I am living in a homeless shelter in the United States of America. United States of America. I've been homeless for 2 years. I was evicted out of my apartment in 2024. January of 2024, I suffered an eviction. So after that, I went and stayed with family members, and you know that never works out, right? That never works. So after that, I stayed in hotels. I stayed in extended stays. I had a few dollars in savings. The savings got depleted, girl. After you run through your savings, I ran through my savings. And after that, honey, I had to go to a hotel. I had to go to a shelter. So I was in a shelter, and then at the shelter that I was in before the one I'm in now, I was abruptly kicked out of the shelter. I was put out on the streets yet again. And I know people say, hey, what the heck is your problem? You keep getting kicked out of shelters. What is going on? What is happening here? Well, I took a picture of someone that was tweaking out on drugs, and the shelter thought that, you know, I violated the policy. And I did violate the policy. I did. We're not supposed to take pictures of anyone in the shelter, and I did. I didn't realize that was like really a rule, because everything else that I seen around the shelters that people were doing, I thought they should have been kicked out too. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case. Those people are still there. The drug addicts are still there. They kicked me out probably because I was not, you know, paying them or giving them any money. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate that. So that's my story. I was kicked out of the homeless shelter that I was in, and now I'm in a new homeless shelter, and I keep telling my story. I'm up here every day talking about my story, my journey, battling through homelessness and, you know, trying to find housing. And it's really, really hard in the housing market today. It's really hard to... It's hard to get assistance if you're not on like welfare. They help the welfare recipients before they would help me. So yeah, they get help before me. So you know, me having a regular job, they consider me to be okay, and I can help myself, which is fine. I am helping myself, but you know, I think people that work jobs still should get some assistance and help too, even if we're not collecting welfare benefits. I don't think that's too fair, but okay. So I am going to go down there next week. I have to apply for more food stamps. So yeah, I can still get the food stamps, and I'm going to apply, and I'm going to get those too. So I do a lot of eating out, like a lot of, I don't eat at the shelter that often. The shelter, they do offer us breakfast, lunch, dinner, and they do have snacks and all that. But again, I'm never there to even get the stuff. So I'm never there to get the snacks or whatever. So yeah, that's my life, honey. That's my life, and I'm sticking to it. That's my life, and I'm telling my story. So I come here pretty much every day. I'm live here every day talking about my journey, talking about the ups and downs of my story. I talk about my family. I talk about my job. I talk about my siblings, my sisters, my brothers. People ask me, why can't you live with your family? My family don't really want me living with them, and that's okay too. Suffering through that pain of, you know, having family nearby, and the family knowing my story, knowing my journey that I'm on, and they don't assist or help me in any type of way as far as housing. So I feel a ways about that, but I got to get over it, because I can't live my life worrying about what my family doesn't want to do for me. So thank you guys for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Right now I'm just moisturizing my hair. I'm going to the gym, so this is how I do have natural hair. I've been natural for like over 20 years. No perm, no nothing. This is how I take care of my hair. So I have to, every couple days I should be like, you know, combing it out, moisturizing it, taking care of my hair. So I'm just spraying water in my hair right now, because we're going to the gym, and I wear a cap. I wear like a Nike cap or something on my hair. So, and I've been natural for 20 years. Good morning. How you doing? Welcome to my channel. Are you new here? Are you new here? I talk about my journey through homelessness. How did you find me? Let me know. Good morning. You guys don't have to be afraid to say hi. Good morning. Come here and say good morning to me. Happy Friday to everybody. Happy Friday to everyone that's watching. I hope you guys, what do you guys got going on this weekend? Are you guys on your way to work? Are y'all going to the gym? Are you going to college? You got school? What are y'all up to? Let me know. Please communicate. Let's communicate and talk and chop it up and say hello to each other. Say hello. I got 9 people watching me. I hope everybody can give me 9 thumbs up. That'd be nice. Happy Friday. How you doing, Sora? What's going on? What are y'all up to today? Who's on their way to work? Who's on their way from work? Some people work at night. You know, some people work night jobs, right? Y'all know night jobs do exist. Night jobs are a thing for sure. Night jobs are a thing. And I'm kind of, I'm in a good mood today. I never really wake up in a bad mood, so it's not like I wake up and I'm angry. So I'm not that type of person. So I'm in a great mood. Some days are not always the good days for me, and some days I do come up here when I'm not feeling my best, or when I'm feeling like I'm feeling emotionally drained or like emotionally tired. I will still come up here and I'll talk, and I'll let y'all know, like, look, I ain't feeling too good today. So I do communicate and talk. I don't come here and act like everything's all fluffs, and there's no fluff over here, right? I'm living real life. I don't fluff my channel. I talk about my real life, my real emotions. I do not share everything. So I don't want y'all to, if you ask a question and I don't answer the question, that means I don't have to answer your question. So I don't talk about everything in my life that's going on. I just basically talk about my homelessness and my journey that I'm on right now. So if you guys have any tips, there's a lot of people that come here and say, you know, I'm homeless right now. You know, I'm living with family. You know, it's all different situations that people are going through. So I try to help people, you know, to encourage them to say, hey, you're not going to be in that situation forever. It's not going to last forever. It seems like when you're in it, it just seems like, oh, there's no ending to my journey of pain. You're going to get through it. The emotional pain, the trauma, you're going to get through it, baby. You're going to get through it, because I'm getting through mine, and I've been through the worst of the worst. You know, and of course it's your pain, it's your situation, so everybody's situation is differently. So I just try to come here and encourage people to tell them that you're gonna be all right, baby. You're gonna make it through. It don't matter what it is, a divorce, a loss, a death that you experience from someone that you love. I was put out by family members, put out in the streets to freeze to death in the middle of the winter. I've been through all of that, man. I've been through all of that. Family turning their back on me. Friends turning their back on me. I've been put out in the streets, honey. But look at me now. I'm at the shelter and I'm thriving. Like, I'm okay there. I'm actually okay there. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff going on at the shelter. A lot of the girls can be a little bit on the rough ghetto side, but I withstand. I need to be there, so I deal with it and I mind my business. I really don't talk to anybody really like that. When I first went to the shelter, I was in a room with 2 women that had kids. So the shelter that I'm in is a family shelter. So there's other women in that shelter that have little children, like little children. They get up and scream and cry in the middle of the night for juice or milk or whatever. And, you know, I was in the room with these women. And I was thinking, like, why am I in the room with single women that have children? That doesn't seem right. So a couple days later, one of the counselors called me in the office, and I was like, oh my God, am I in trouble? So she called me in the office and said, you wasn't supposed to be in that room with the single mommies. She was like, you're supposed to be with the single women. So I was like, at first I really didn't want to move my room, because I was like, well, I don't want to have to go get used to somebody else. And I don't like change. Like, you know what I mean? I don't like change. I like for things to remain the same, but we all know with life, change happens, right? Good morning, Rhonda. How you doing? I'm just in the car combing through my nappy hair, child. Because I got to put my, getting ready for the gym, put my hat on. I'm going to have a twist out. But this is going to be a braid out twist out. It's going to be a braid out, so I'm just moisturizing my hair, honey. And starting, you know, I needed to comb through my hair. But I just talk about my journey through homelessness. And for the new people that don't know what's going on, this is my second shelter I'm in. So when I went into this shelter, they put me in a shelter with mommies that had little children. And I'm like, why am I in the room with moms that got kids? Why are y'all putting a single woman in the shelter in the room with mothers that have children? I thought that was kind of weird. So a couple days later, one of the counselors was like, you need to come to my office. And I'm like, oh my God, am I in trouble? So she was like, no. She was like, you should have never been in that room with the mothers that have children. So I was like, great. But then on the other hand, I'm like, I had a good rapport with the mothers that was in there. Yes, the kids were actually kind of good. They were good kids. Like, you know what I mean? So I wasn't really feeling no kind of way. But when they told me to leave, I felt a way, because I didn't want to move to a new room, because when I went to the new room, I didn't know what I was coming into. So I was like, am I going to go in there with single women? There's going to be some drama. So that's what I was thinking about, that it would be drama in the new room. Thank y'all for the 10 thumbs up. I appreciate you. I thank you. But I thought it was going to be some drama when I went into the new room. So I went into the new room, and the room was actually kind of a little dirty. The room was unkept in the new room. But the girls were good. They were decent chicks. One of the girls, I was the only black girl in the room. So it was 3 white women in there. And they were pretty cool. Like, you know me. I just stay low key. I mind my business. I go in there and say, hi, I'm so-and-so, and keep it like that. But they were okay. So the one white girl, she was sleeping on the top bunk. She had ended up leaving. She left in like 2 to 3 days since I moved in there. And she was the one that I thought that I was going to probably have some drama with. Not really drama, but she seemed to be like the bully of the room. So I was like, oh, she gonna be the one I'm gonna have to straighten out real quick. But she didn't bother me, and she left in like 3 days. So, but you see how God can make things move out of your way. Like, I knew she was gonna be an issue at some point down the line, because she apparently was messing with a girl that was in like room 2, and the girl that was in room 2 had a kid. So this black chick used to come into our room and have the door open talking to her girlfriend. I guess that was her girlfriend or somebody, that her love interest or whatever. So I think they had like a little thing going. So the black girl, sometimes I would come from work and the black chick used to be in the door, and she used to be in my door with the door open to my room. And I'm just like, yo, this is my room. You want to talk to your girlfriend, you go outside or go to the go to the public area and talk to your girlfriend there. Don't come hanging in my room, because really you're not supposed to be in here. But I kept my mouth shut. And I'm coming from work, and this girl was hanging, and she's like, I think that's rude and ignorant to do, to be in someone else's room, and then you sitting there in the doorway with the door wide open, and you talking to your girlfriend on the top bunk. And y'all find nothing wrong with that? Like, I find a lot wrong with that. This is my space. So nobody said anything. Everybody was quiet. Nobody opened their mouth. So I just kept my mouth shut. But guess what? Guess what happened? God will move things around for you. She left in 2 days. So I was like, oh, she moved out? And I was like, oh, thank God. Because I knew that thing what that girl was doing in my room, like coming to see her little girlfriend. I knew that was going to be a daily thing. So I was like, well, thank God she moved out. Now I don't have to worry about that. You see how God will make people move around? Yeah. So I'm glad that woman left, because she had this crazy girlfriend next door, and the girl used to pop into the room, and I'm just like, girl, listen, you need to have some respect. You go hang out with your girlfriend in your room. Like, don't come over here with that. So the chick moved out. So I was like, yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. I was grateful to hear that she had moved. I said, I wish the best for you, honey. So I was happy to hear that. But she moved out the shelter. I don't know. I think somebody said she found an apartment somewhere. So, oh, thank you, Rhonda. Thank you. I love my hair too. I don't really do braid outs, but I'm doing a braid out today, because the braid out seems like it gives me a little bit more body because I have a braid out. When I go to work, I take the braids out and I wear my hair out in like a high ponytail or whatever with the braid out. So, but I don't take care of my hair like I should, honey. But I don't see no sun today. I guess it'll be a cloudy day today, honey. I guess it's going to be a crazy, cloudy, overcast day. I hope it's not going to rain, but even if it did, whatever, I don't care. But it's going to be an amazing Friday. What do you guys got going on this Friday? Let me know in the comments. If you guys are new here, let me know. Say hello. You don't have to be afraid to come here and say hi. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty nice. I'm transparent. I keep it real. I just talk about my experiences in a homeless shelter in the United States of America. That's it. I just talk about my experience in homelessness. And being homeless is not for the weak of heart, man. It's not fun. It's nothing cool about this lifestyle. I tell you that much, because nobody cares. You got to get it out the mud on your own. And that's what I'm doing, getting it out the mud. Still working on trying to find a second job. A lot of jobs had contacted me, but the hours were not right for me, because I do have a full-time job. So the hours that they were like trying to offer me didn't really work with the job that I have now. So typically I'm going to be trying to find me like a overnight warehouse type job, like something I could do overnight. You know what I mean? I don't want to do, because a lot of people tell me, oh, do Uber Eats and do all this stuff. I don't want to do anything with my car. I don't want to put no damage and wear and tear on my car. So I don't want to do anything like that. So I'm going to probably gear into like doing warehouse work or like office cleaning. I could clean offices after hours. I know like a lot of doctors' office type jobs. I can do something like that. But the hours that I work right now are just kind of up and down and all over the place. So I got to find something that's going to work with the hours that I already have, because I need the job that I have now. Like, I need to keep the job that I have. So, yeah. So, it's getting better, though. Every single day, things get a little bit easier. The load becomes a little bit lighter, darling. So, I can't complain, man. I mean, I can complain, but I'm not gonna. For what? What is complaining going to do? I do complain some days. To be honest with you, I do complain. I do complain, and I do cry about this, and I cry and whine about that. But one thing I'm going to do, I'm getting up every day, and I'm going to start the day in a positive manner. We're going to start the day in a positive manner, darling. and we're going to continue to go from there. So I'm just moisturizing my hair and twisting it. This is how I wear my hair. I don't wear it in the braids. I'm going to take the braids out, and when I take the braids out, my hair is going to be like curly. You know, it's going to be like some body to it. So that's how I wear my hair. I do work in corporate America, so I have to, you know, have my hair, do something with it. So when I go to the gym, work out, I'm going to be, my scalp is definitely going to be sweating a little bit. But this is how I maintain my natural hair. So, and I've been natural now for going on, oh, it's been over 20 years that I've been having my natural hair. So I remember one time when I was in high school, I think it was high school. Like I think I had graduated high school already, but I had permed my hair one time, and the perm ripped my hair out. Like my edges and everything just came out. My hair was broke off so bad. And after that, I went natural. After that, I went natural. I went natural after that and never turned back. And sometimes I feel like perming my hair or whatever, but I never do it. Because if I perm my hair, I know I'm going to miss my natural hair. So I'm never going to do that, you guys. Never, never again. So that's it. I just braided it. So when I go to the gym, all I got to do is take the braids down and go about my life. That's what I do to my hair. I started the top. I did the top. I started the front part of my hair when I was at the shelter. So, and I wanted to leave because the girls was coming into the bathroom, knocking on the door and all that stuff. So I was like, let me get out of here because I don't want to be in nobody's way. I like to be out the way, low key, out the way. Everybody, I don't want to leave no room for conversation, no room for none of them because at the shelter they ask me no questions about my life. How you doing? I don't want no conversation. No conversation. Because a lot of those girls at the shelter are they're like childlike. You know, they're in their 20s. I have nothing in common with half of y'all. Like nothing. So I try to stay to myself and stay away from the conversations that could arise. So, but like I said, this shelter, the one thing I do like about it is they do allow you to, like, you can sleep all day if you want to. They'll allow you to sleep in the bed all day, child. And I'm like, I don't sleep in the bed all day. I can't. But I do take advantage of the fact that I can sleep in a little bit. So I do like that. I like the fact that they do allow you to sleep in, honey. Because I'd be like, ooh, I can sleep in? Because the other shelter I was in, they kicked us out at like 5-something in the morning. Like, you had to be out of the shelter. You had to get up, make your bed. It was like military, like jail. You know what I'm saying? So, which I didn't mind because I was up anyway. But sometimes I did get tired of that lifestyle of getting up so early and having to be out in the street. And thank God I have a car. This car saved my life, literally. Thank God for me. And this is coffee I had yesterday, and there's still probably like that much left. Child, I be wasting stuff. Not on purpose, but I should have drunk the rest of that at work yesterday. But I'm not drinking it today because that was yesterday's coffee. So I'm going to get me some more, honey. We're going to get some more coffee. Good morning. I've been natural since 24. Burnt my hair out with the perm. Oh my God. Same thing with me, huh? Half my hair was going ever again. Yeah, I think all this was burnt out from here. All that was gone, child. I still have my hair in the back, but I was young too. I think I was in my 20s or whatever. So I was so embarrassed and everything. So I wore like a scarf. I always had like a scarf on my head to cover it. And then over time, like it grew back because I had a Dark and Lovely perm. So I used a Dark and Lovely, and I used to perm my hair myself. I probably was doing it wrong, and I think I left the perm in too long. And child, it took my edges, girl. But I'll never go back. I'll never go back. I'll be natural until the day I leave this earth. So I love my natural hair. Sometimes I do get sick of it. I do get a blowout. Like I get a blowout around this time, like around Thanksgiving, Christmas. I will get my hair blown out. And when I get it blown out, my hair be all the way down to here, honey. Yeah, I'll never go back. Never. But I'm going to put my picture up, y'all. I don't want everybody to see where I'm at. Because I be having trolls talking about, we going to find you. They say they going to find me and they going to dox me and all this stuff. I said, okay, well, come on then. Keep trying. I let the trolls know. I let you know. You want to run up? I do carry. I do carry. Just let y'all know that. I'm a license to carry, honey. But happy Friday to everybody. I hope y'all all have a good weekend. Hope y'all have a good Friday. Let's get that out the way. Hope everyone has an awesome Friday, honey. It's gonna be a great day, man. We gotta put it speaking into existence, honey. We gotta speak it into existence. Speak it into existence. Write it down, make it happen. Speak it into existence. Write it down, make it happen. Thank you guys, and thank you again. I woke up again to another Cash App. Guys are sending me Cash Apps all the time, and I'm like, yo, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. But when you're doing the right thing and people see the light that shines in my in my being, like people see the light that shines within me, and they're like, oh, I want to help her. And I go to church and I pay tithes. You know, I've given money to homeless people. Even when I had my apartment, I never really walked past a homeless person and put my eye up like, I'm better than you. I never did that. Because look at now, I'm homeless. I'm not in the street, thank God, but I've given donations to homeless people all the time for years. I've given homeless people, you know, you have to care about people, man. It doesn't matter what race they are. I don't even care. If I feel led to give them a couple dollars, I'm going to give them a couple dollars, because money that I give out, it always comes back to me a hundredfold. A hundredfold. If I give out $5, I always get back 10 or more. So I'm blessed, man, and I'm thankful for the community that I'm building here, because people send me Cash Apps like all the time. I don't even ask for it. I don't ask for the Cash Apps. People just send them to me. So I was like, Lord, I wake up and I got tears in my eyes. I'm like, wow, what I'm building here, I thank you guys, because I don't ask for it. I don't even ask for the money. People just send it. My Cash App is there, but I never ask for money. I'm not a beggar. Like the trolls say, oh, you're begging. I didn't beg nobody for anything. I've never asked nobody for a thing, not an Indian red cent. I've never asked people for money. But I get blessed every day with Cash App. People send me money, and I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the community that I'm building here. Like, my subscribers is going up. People are blessing me every single day. Well, not every single day, but I say about, I get two to three Cash Apps per week of things I don't even ask for. And I'm like, wow, I'm so blessed. I'm in a blessed position right now. So if you are watching and you were a person that sent me a Cash App, I thank you, because I'm blessed, because I didn't ask you for it. But you felt the need to bless me, and it's appreciated. And trust me, every Cash App that I've ever received from this platform is definitely appreciated. I think I'm monetized right now, but I have to go into I got to go into a computer and fix that. I just been so busy, I don't even have time to check. Like, I got to fix my monetization up so I can start, getting revenue from this. And YouTube is not, it's not a lot of revenue. It's not a lot of revenue. You don't get a lot of money unless you're like a big time, like millions subscriber type YouTube or whatever. You don't get a lot of money from social media. But people that do social media, they get revenue from all different streams. They get revenue from brand deals, from businesses want them to sell their products or whatever. It gets deep on social media. So a lot of people know how to hustle it, and but I'm going to hustle it for what I can hustle it for. But my story is a real one. You know what I'm saying? My story is not fake. I'm not up here to say, I didn't open this YouTube channel to see how much money I can make. I opened it to spread and bring awareness to people, to let them know, like, homelessness is a real thing. So I want people to know that I'm living it right now. I lived in my car for 33 days. I stayed in a car for 33 days, and that was in the summertime. Thank God it was thanking God that it was summertime. It was hot, but I'd rather be in my car in the summer than be in my car in the winter. So I stayed in my car. Like, I've been through the ringer, but I want to let people know that whatever you're going through, you're going to get through it. Just continue to keep fighting. Just continue to keep fighting. Me, I believe in the power of prayer. So my prayers have been answered, and they're continuously to be being answered by God. How much money do you think it takes to get out of homelessness? I don't know. I would say, to get out of homelessness, enough money that you're able to get an apartment and have savings. So I would say about, to get it, for me to get an apartment right now, I would say I would need about $8,000. That's me getting an apartment and having some money to furnish it or whatever. But for me to get an apartment, but again, my situation is different. I was evicted. So when you're evicted, it's a little different. You have to go a little bit harder. But I would say, to move into an apartment, you would need about $5,000 to $6,000 to get in the door. That's just what I'm saying. But me, I would say I want to have some savings. I don't want to just move into an apartment and have enough money to just move in, because I want to have a savings that to pay, to turn the utilities on, and stuff like that. So I would say a person needs about $10,000, $8,000 to cut it, just play it a little safe. But you don't want to move out into an apartment and not have anything saved up. You don't want to just move in and have first month's, last month's rent, because you're going to be back in poverty. You're going to start struggling again. I live in poverty. I want to have a savings before I move out, and that's what people don't understand. I'm not just trying to go find an apartment real quick. I have an eviction on my record now, so I have to probably go the private route or go live in an extended stay. So my situation is not, oh, my credit is pretty decent right now. I have fairly good credit. I'm almost at good standing with my credit. My credit is pretty good, but I can't go live in a regular apartment complex because they're going to see, oh, you had an eviction. Some landlords may waive it and say, oh, it was 2 years ago, so I have the income, but my income is low. They look at your income. When your income is low, a lot of people are not going to rent to you, because if they see that you can't pay your rent, there might be a time where you're not going to be able to pay your rent, they're not going to rent to you. So it's all different aspects, man. It's all different aspects to me finding an apartment again. It's all different things that's in the way for me. The eviction, that's why I'm not, like, some people think, oh, you haven't found something yet. You're not going to find a place in 4 months. It's not that easy, especially when you're by yourself. It's even hard for 2 people. So it's not easy to just go find an apartment like people think it is. Oh, let me just go find something. I would say I would like to have 10,000 in savings before I can even try to find something. Even if I move into an extended stay, I would like to have a nice savings account before I go back out and start paying rent again. Because when you pay rent, it's a never-ending cycle. It's never going to stop. It's going to continue to pay. And I also have a car payment I have to pay for. So I have to factor in everything that I have now and go from there. So it's not as easy as people think. Oh, get $2,000. You're not going to move into an apartment with $2,000. I want to have a savings. I want to have something in my savings, a nice amount of money saved up. And the only thing that's going to get me there is me having this second job. But the second job, I also have to factor in the second job with the job that I have now, because I still need to work 2 jobs to even get back out there. It's going to be a tussle. It's going to be hard. It's going to be a hard situation. But, I'm getting through it. I'm not going in the corner crying saying I can't do it. I can do it. It's going to be super, super hard, but it's going to get done, baby. It's getting done every day. I'm moving towards it every single day. So I'm not sitting out here I'm not rushing into it, because I want to have a savings. I want to have a certain amount of money of savings. And for me to I'm not putting applications for apartments. Why would I do that right now? I don't even have the income to do that. I don't have the income to put in an apartment, even though the shelter tells us that we have to go put in housing. I can put applications in low income apartments, and even for the low incomes, that could be 5 to 10 year waiting list. So I'm still going to do that. Yeah. But a regular traditional apartment, I don't have the savings to even move into a place right now. I don't have it. So low income, yeah, I can submit the low income applications and everything, but that could still be 5 to 10 years for me to even get a call back to say, hey, you're on a list. So I'm hopeful. I'm putting applications in lower income apartments and stuff, but those are filled with long waiting lists, and it's hard, so I got to stay in the shelter as long as I can and move around, and I'll end up back at an extended stay once I get a job. Once I get a job and I say I have this job for like a month and I see that it's steady and I'm doing okay, I'm not just going to run out. I'm not just going to run out the door and say, oh, I got an extended stay, let me go to that. I want to have some money saved up somehow first to even move again. So that's my plan. So everybody, you go about your plans differently. I'm moving strategic. I don't want to be stupid about it. I don't want to say, oh, I got some money, so let me go move. And then I'll be stuck in an apartment that I can't pay for again. You know what I'm saying? I'm having struggles. I want to find this job, know that this job is going to be stability for me, know that it's okay, and then I'll start making my next moves. But my second job has to go with the job that I already have now, because I need both of them. And of course I have my soap business, and that's a whole nother situation. So I'm trying to build the soap. It's a lot going on in my life. So I'm trying to build the soap business again. I have a plan for that. How I'm gonna do the soap business. I have a plan for that. Y'all gonna see the videos when I start making my soap again. Y'all gonna see it. But everything I have to do, it's a process. It's not an easy thing. And I have other responsibilities in my life, other things that's going on in my life that I don't even talk about. So, I'm going through a lot. It's a lot going on right now, but I'm positive that things are going to work out. And I have people that are in my corner that are rooting for me, people have been sending me donations, and I have all of that, and it's part of my savings, and I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for y'all finding me and knowing that, hey, she's a good person, we need to help her. I don't ask for the help, people just send me help, and I'm grateful for that. But everything is not, it doesn't go unnoticed. It doesn't. I'm thankful, I'm grateful. I'm building relationships with good people. I'm building a friendship with y'all, and I'm grateful. And you know, that's my life. It's a lot going on, but God has been keeping me, man. God has been keeping me shielded and covered. Like, I send my prayers to heaven, and I know that they're being answered slowly but surely. My prayers are being answered every single day. Look at me. In homelessness, what did I accomplish being homeless in the shelter? I got a car. I was approved for a car. No, I don't want to pay the car note, but hey, it is what it is. I look at it like, well, having this car, I can get around, I can get to work, and I'm better in my credit. My credit, you know, my card payments and stuff is going to my credit, increasing my credit score or whatever. So that's a good thing. And during homelessness, I got 3 credit cards in my name, and I'm building my credit. So that's a great thing. My credit is going up. I'm telling y'all, by the end of 2026, I'm going to have at least a 700 or better. I think you can get, what, a 750 or 800. I don't know if it goes all the way up to 800, but in 2026, I want to have good credit. I want to have excellent credit. And that's my goal. And I've been paying my credit card bills and trying to figure out how, you know, what percentage rate to stay in between when I get credit cards and not max them out, and paying them off is definitely something that I have to do. I'm not in a lot of debt, and that's the good thing. I don't have a lot of debt. So one thing I never did was screw up my credit. And I'm new at credit. I only had credit for about 2 years. I only got out here when I got out here and I was homeless. I said, you know what? Okay, I need to get my credit together, because having good credit, you can get things. You can get cars, you can get houses. So I was like, I got to get my credit together. So I accomplished that in my homeless journey. Some people look at me and say, what have you accomplished since you've been out here for 2 years? You haven't gotten anything. You don't have an apartment. It's a process. I've bettered my credit. I've gotten a car note. I think credit score goes up. Oh, 850. That's what I want to have in 2026, because I want to get an American Express card. And I know credit also, like, to get those big cards and stuff, you also have to have the income and stuff like that. But I want to get I want a major credit card. I want to get a Discover, and I want to get American Express. But right now, since I'm building credit, I just have these little tiny little mediocre cards. And having the mediocre cards, that helps, right? It helps starting off, you know. But I'm 45 years old, and I never had a credit card before, up until 2 years ago. So I've been working on my credit for the last 2 years, because some trolls come in and say, you know, people come here and say, well, what have you done since you've been homeless? So this is what I've done. I've gotten a car note that I've been paying for with no problem. I've gotten 3 credit cards. I got a credit card with my bank. I'm working on building my business back. So I've accomplished a lot in 2 years that most people, you know, I'm not flopping. Even though it looks like to a troll or somebody on the internet, it looks like, what are you doing with yourself? You just staying in these shelters? Like, I'm actually really doing a lot. I just don't talk about everything that I'm doing, because I don't need to. When I accomplish something and it's done, and it's, you know, it's a success, I'll tell y'all my story about, hey, I did this, or hey, I did that. But what I accomplished in these 2 years of being homeless, I got good credit right now. I have a car, and it's dependable. I'm building relationships with good people in my life. People are giving me, you know, I'm building relationships with people. I'm out here networking with people, even in real life, not just on YouTube. I have things going on outside of here that I don't even speak about. And one day y'all gonna know that testimony too. But I'm building good relationships with people because I'm speaking out of my mouth. I'm talking about what I'm going through. I'm not embarrassed about it. There's no embarrassment over here. Yes, I'm a homeless woman at 45 years old. I've lost my apartment in 2024. And I'm doing pretty good with everything that I've been through. There's too many criteria to be renting an apartment, just getting the money up. Girl, I know. That's why I want to have $10,000. I want to have $10,000 saved in a savings. And one thing I can do, like, I'm good at saving money. I'm good at managing my money. I wasn't evicted out of my apartment due to non-payment of rent. I was evicted because I violated my lease. And one day maybe I'll tell y'all about that, but now's not the time. It's a lease violation. So maybe when I do get a place, that could help me out too. Okay, she violated her lease. She didn't, it's not, my eviction wasn't because of non-payment of rent. So maybe that could be something that could be on my side. Because they look at, why were you evicted? Okay, if you were evicted for non-payment of rent, okay, that's different. we're going to be looking at you a little bit to the left when you want to rent with us. But the fact that I violated my lease, they're going to want to know what happened with that. And that's fine too. So that might help me out as well. But right now, I'm just geared towards either trying to get me a first-time home buyer's loan so I can get me a small house or a condo or something somewhere that I could get me a mortgage, or I'm going to go back into the extended stay. But still, even if I go the mortgage route or go to the extended stay, I still want to have some money saved up. I want to try to get to $10,000. That's my goal. I want to try to raise $10,000. I wish I could save $20,000, but yeah, that's my goal. Before I move into anything, I want to have $10,000 in my savings, because I don't want to move into an extended stay and just have enough money just to pay rent, just to pay for my car, just to pay for this, just to pay for that. I want to have a savings, something to lay on. You know what I'm saying? You're right. You have a low-income apartment. I live in a low-income apartment too. You're right. I need a low-income apartment, and that could take years to get into. But I'm still, I've put applications into low-income apartments, and I just have to wait for callbacks. The only thing I could do is pray for callbacks, pray for this, pray for that. That's all I can really do. But God will move things around for you. God moved things around for me so much, man. I'm grateful. There's been things at my job, with people at my job that bullied me, attacked me, in corporate America. And guess what I did? I just went on my knees and prayed, and guess what? Those people, I'm moving, I found a new job, or I'm moving out of state. So God can move things around in your life. People that are attacking you, God can move those people around, man. I put all these people names in my Bible, and I prayed that these people be moved around. Not that they be harmed, but they move around. And God instantly did that for me. People started to move around. People started to leave the job. They found other jobs. God will move things around in your favor. If he see that you are working and doing what you have to do out here in life, and you are not harming anyone, and you're not harming yourself, God will start moving things in your life. But you got to do the work. How much are extended stays in your area? The extended stay I stayed in was $350 a week. I could either pay $350 a week, or I could pay the $1,400 a month. I paid the $350 a week, and it just looked like the week was going by so fast. I was always constantly paying that rent. I still did have a job, but I ran through my savings with the extended stay. And I had this car note. I got a car payment. I got to pay that. I can't let them come take my car. My car is definitely the first thing that I make sure I pay. My car and my car insurance is the first thing that I make sure I pay, because if I don't have this car, I can't get to work. I mean, I can get to work. I can take public transportation, but that's crazy as far as how much public transportation costs. An Uber going somewhere is going to be $20. That's just $20 off the bat, unless you're going across the street. And nobody's going to take an Uber across the street, right? Extended stays hotel is not cheap. Yes, it's very expensive. Very expensive. But there was a lady I was talking to, but she was in Minnesota. I don't know if she's watching right now, but she said, I'm in Minnesota. I stay in an extended stay. And she said her extended stay was $250. Was it $250 a week? Or she said $350. I think she said it was $250 a week. I'm like, damn, that's cheap. But that's in Minnesota. It depends on your state. It depends on where you're at. It's going to be about how much you're going to pay. So every state is different, And I stayed in extended stay. I stayed and it was comfortable, The only thing I didn't like about the extended stay, the guy didn't, it wasn't no hot water in there. Like, the water wasn't cold, but it was like lukewarm water. I didn't like that. So I'm like, if I'm going out here working, I'm going to work every day. A person that works wants to come home or to their extended stay, wherever they living at. They want to come home to take a hot, nice shower. So I'm in extended stay. It was comfortable. It was clean. The beds looked like they was okay. I always come with my own linen and everything. So it was comfortable. It was clean. But the guy, whatever was going on with his hot water heater, it wasn't hitting. So I'm looking at the other people in the extended stay like, yo, why are y'all allowing this man to not give us hot water? So I went to him into the office to him one time, and I said, good morning. How are you? How are you? I'm so-and-so in room 110 or whatever room number it was. I said, the water is cold. Like, the water is not even, it's not ice cold, but it's like lukewarm. It's not comfortable. I said, the water's not hot. So he was like, oh, just let it run. I said, let it run for what? 3 days? Let it run for what? 3 freaking days? And I said, can you get that fixed? Can you have that fixed? Because, I'm paying you rent. So when you're paying somebody rent, you want to have hot water. If I pay you rent, I want to have hot water. I go to these other hotels, the hotels that I stayed in, a couple days here, a couple days there. Those other hotels, those waters be hot. So why is the other hotels on this strip? Because it was a strip of hotels that I was staying in. So hotels be in strips. It'd be like a whole sidewalk, and it got like 8 hotels. So I said, why? I was in these other hotels, and these other hotels, their water is hot. I mean, hot to the fact when you're in the bathroom taking a shower, the whole bathroom is steam. It's filled with steam. That's the kind of showers I like to take. So I said, taking a cold shower is not what's up. Even taking a cold shower in the summertime. I want a warm shower even in the summer. Even if it's summer and it's hot outside, it doesn't have to be a steaming hot shower, but I still want a hot shower even in the summer. It's just something that you need. Like me, I don't take cold showers. But I said something to him and he was like, oh, you just let it run. So I just looked at him. You know, I'm not trying to push up. I'm not trying to give the typical person that they say typical black women are. Oh, we just want to have attitudes and we're yelling and screaming, because he might call the cops on me and try to get me out. So I came to him very respectfully, very respectful, very calm, very demure. And I'm just like, you know. So I seen one of the ladies at the extended stay. She was a black woman. She stayed in there. I think she was with her family. She had a kid there with her. So I said something to her. She was doing a dryer. She was putting stuff inside the dryer. And I was like, sis, how you doing? Good morning. I said, I'm in this room. I said, are you guys having a problem with your water too? She was like, yeah, the water is cold. And I'm just looking at her like, okay, so what are we going to do about this? Are we going to just sit and just complain that the water's cold and no one's acting on this? I said, all of us should be around here unless y'all not taking showers. Unless you're not, if you don't take showers, I guess it don't abide by you. But since I take showers. But I'm looking at her like, why isn't everybody in this extended stay walking in a line to that office, 10 of us, and saying, listen, brother, you need to, I don't know if it's your water heater, but you need to fix that because we're paying you rent. I'm looking at all of them like, how weak can y'all possibly be? You got a husband here with you. Your husband is not complaining unless y'all just not taking a shower. So if y'all not washing y'all behinds, okay, I understand. But sis, no. And I don't want to be the one. I'm the only one in the office. I'm the only one in the office that's bringing this to their attention. Like, what is up with the hot water? I was forced to live in a hotel when I was homeless back in 2020. My monthly payment was over $1,000. Yeah, I would have to pay over like $1,400 to stay there. And really, to really be thinking about it, the $1,400 was actually cheap. Because if that was like a 1-bedroom apartment, I'm sure it would be more money. But I could have swung that if I had a second job. You know what I'm saying? I could have swung that if I had a second job. The Best Western Hotel in Warwick, Rhode Island was too expensive for me. I left that hotel and went to Motel 6 in Newport, Rhode Island. Okay. Yeah, hotels vary. It depends, you know. I always try to look at the reviews of what people are saying. And sometimes when you look at the reviews, you can tell some of the reviews are fabricated by their job. Yeah, you can't see me. Some of the reviews are fabricated by... Let me put my camera on because some people get mad when I don't show myself. But I'm at Wawa. I'm about to get some coffee. But some of the reviews are fabricated. Their families come into the reviews and try to make it sound better. But some of the reviews are real. So I look at reviews of everything. I look at the reviews and see what people are saying. So I know what to expect like when I get in there. I packed my bags and moved to Texas and never looked back. Yeah, it's expensive, child. So I got a lot of stuff going on. But it's getting done. Everything is getting taken care of, but it's just it's a process. I could be in this for years. I've been in it for 2 years already. So, but I'm grateful for shelters. Thank God for those. You know what I mean? Thank God for shelter. Thank God they have shelters in America, because if I didn't have a shelter, I'd be on the street somewhere trying to figure out, I'm going to break into somebody's house. I'm going to break into an abandoned house to sleep in, because that's what some homeless people are doing. And it's sad, but nobody cares. Nobody cares. They just look at us as, hey, you got yourself into it. That's your fault. And it is my fault. Like, my situation is my issue. It's not no one else's issue that I'm in this situation. Like, this is my thing. But I just talk about it, and I'm going to share my journey with y'all. So I'm going to go in while I'm going to give me some coffee, child, because, listen, I've been talking. But I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to go get me some coffee, and I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to go in here, and I have a Wawa card that I have to put some money on. So I put money on this Wawa card. When I get paid, I put a couple dollars on this Wawa card, and that's what I use for like gas throughout the week. So I always put, this is my Wawa card. This is my Wawa card. I always fill that up. I put like $100 a week on this, and that's what I use for gas. Gas, and like if I want to get soup or something from Wawa or whatever, I try not to eat out. Like even the soups and stuff, I try not to get that too often. But it's hard when you're homeless and you live in a shelter. Sometimes you don't get the vegetables and you don't get stuff that you need for your body. So I have to like go to ShopRite and buy a salad. Or this guy has this really cute dog. Oh God, look at him. I'm looking at this doggy. He's so cute. Look at the dog. It's like a hot dog, and he's like black and white. He got like black dots on him. He's so cute. But I'm going to put some money on this Wawa cart. I'm going to get my coffee. And then we're going to head to the gym. So I'm trying to think what I got left on this card. Because I got gas last night. And my gas was like $35. So let me think. But it's Friday. Happy Friday, y'all. Wait a minute. This ain't right. Okay, so it was $51 balance on here. So I'm gonna go get some coffee and put some money on this card. And that's what I use. I put $100 a week on my gas card. And I use this for gas. Like when I gotta fill up my car, I would say I put like maybe $60 to $70 a week in gas. So I gotta pay for gas, you know? So I don't sit around and cry about my situation. I'm taking it all in stride, y'all. I'm happy. I'm okay. I'm okay at the shelter. I'm not being beat up. I'm not being raped. I'm not being raped. I'm not being anything. I'm okay at the shelter. I'm safe. The girls are a little bit to the left, but I still just mind my business and do what I got to do, okay? That's the goal. Do what you got to do and mind your business and keep your head low. That's it. And stay happy. Like, I'm okay, man. Every day is not always okay. Some days I feel depressed and not depressed because I don't know what depression is. Thank God I never felt that. But some days I feel like crap. Like, oh my God, I hate my life. I hate this situation. I hate this. I hate that. But it's up to me to change it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I could complain and cry and talk all I want. But what am I doing to change my situation? And I'm doing a lot. I may not talk about everything that I'm doing, but sis, I'm doing a lot. Let me see what the comments are saying. Oops, I meant to say pack my bag. I back my bag. That's okay. Can you see? Can you say? No, they saying that I only can stay in the shelter for like 90 days. They say I could get an extension. So I guess it really depends on the relationship that I have with my counselor. So when I meet her and I haven't met her yet, I'm going to be real nice to her. I'm gonna be real nice and respectful. I'm nice and respectful anyway, so I don't want y'all to think that I'm like this crazy chick that don't know how to respect people. I'm nice anyway, but I'm gonna be extra buttery nice to my counselor. It kind of depends on maybe the relationship that you have with your counselor. So I'm not going to take all the rumors that I'm hearing with the girls because they were like, oh, well, you know, you can only stay here for 90 days. But some girls are saying it depends on your situation. So I'm not taking no negativity in what people are saying. I'm just like, I'm going to be okay. You know, I'm okay for now, you know, because if I got to leave in 90 days, I would have to leave around January. But I'm going to have somewhere else lined up to go. So it's not going to be like, oh, I got to leave and I don't have nowhere to go. If I have to go to another shelter, I will have to do that. And that's not what I want to do. So in 90 days, I got to get something together. I was homeless for 2 years as a teenager. Oh, that's super hard. It was so hard and scary, but please don't lose hope. Yes, I will never lose hope, man. I'm okay. I got a smile on my face out here. Everything comes to an end, and I can tell you you're one strong, determined spirit. Thank you. I appreciate y'all kind words, man. Y'all really be the ones pushing me to really keep going. Like, you know, I push myself for sure. I always have to advocate for me first. You know what I'm saying? I can't go off the energy of others, and that's how I get my energy from other people. No, I have the energy already. It's already in me. So what you guys are saying is spreading me, you know, sending prayers, sharing, sending your love. People send me cash apps. That stuff just keeps encouraging me to keep going. Because I already have it in myself. Don't lose hope. Everything comes to an end, and I can tell you you're one strong. Thank you. I appreciate that. Have a coffee. Yeah, I'm going to have me a good coffee, child. Have a good coffee. Need me a coffee. To be honest. Sleeping in a homeless shelter was no fun at all. Waking up at 6 a.m. every single day was exhausting. Yeah, it sucks. But this homeless shelter is a little bit different since they have families in it. So they have mommies. So they don't kick us out. And I'm glad, you know, they don't kick me out. But I have been getting like catching up on my sleep and everything. And, you know, I still have to go to work. So I get up and go to work every day. So it's not like I'm sleeping. But some of those girls in that shelter be sleeping all day. But they're the girls that don't have jobs. Yeah, the other shelter that I was in it was actually in a city. I had to be out of there every single day. I had to be out of there every day by like 5:30. I would leave every day at 5. I would get up at like 4:45 in the morning. I had the same routine, and sometimes it would be draining for me because I would be tired of it. You know, I'm sick of this lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Even though I work for a living and I have to get up anyway, sometimes I'm like, dang, if I could sleep in for like 2 to 3 hours extra, that would be amazing. So this shelter, they allowed me to sleep in. Like, I don't have to get up at 4 something in the morning. I can sleep in until 8. Like yesterday, I got up at 8. Today, I got up around 7 because I was already on my phone. If I have to get up and use the bathroom, like get off the bunk bed to use the bathroom, I might as well get up and start my day. And that's what I do. Now, for real, I was in an emergency shelter that woke us up made us eat or have coffee and be gone in 30 minutes. And if we took too long, we sometimes weren't allowed to come back. Yeah, some of those shelters are very strict. The shelter I came from was very strict. But thank God I had a car and I didn't have to, like, I wasn't the homeless person that didn't have a warm place to go. Like on my days off, I would go to the library or I would go to the mall or just find, homeless people, one thing you could do is find a place to stay warm. And most places that homeless people congregate at, they go to libraries, they go to like fast food places, they go to like a gym. I have a gym membership, but I go to the gym anyway, so that wasn't a problem. I could spend 2-3 hours at the gym, working out for an hour and a half or whatever, working out for an hour, taking a shower, taking a warm shower, that could take an hour, washing my hair at the gym. So there's always places that a homeless person can go and, for the day that you can go. It may not be a comfortable place that you want to be in, but it's somewhere to go. You know what I'm saying? We sometimes weren't allowed to come back. Yeah, that shelter was taking a 10-minute hour nightly at the homeless shelter was no fun at all. Taking a 10-minute hour nightly. Yeah. At the other shelter I was in, we only could take 7-minute showers. The lady was like, well, you only get 7 minutes in the shower. So I'm like, okay. Hey, sister, good morning. How you doing, Brother Clarence? Oops, I meant to say taking a 10-minute shower. Yeah, it's okay. But our showers at that shelter was 7 minutes, honey. So I'm just like, okay, what if I want to wash my hair? But I have to wash my hair at the gym. Because, black people, it takes us some time to wash our hair. It don't take us 5 minutes to wash hair, but it takes time to wash hair. But that shelter, they didn't care. So I did everything I needed to do that took time, like wash my hair and stuff like that. I would do that at Planet Fitness. Get a Planet. If you're ever homeless, get a Planet Fitness because that helps out, right? You can go take a nice hot shower. Planet Fitness got hot showers, honey. You don't have to ask for the water's never cold. Planet Fitnesses are mainly clean places. Like, they be keeping Planet Fitness clean. They be in there scrubbing those machines. So Planet Fitness is fairly clean. But I had a Planet Fitness before I was even homeless. So I always was a part of like a gym life. Go to the gym and take a shower. You can go to the gym to relax a little bit. You can stay 3 hours in the gym. They're not going to kick you out. As long as you look like you working out, honey, you can walk on the treadmill for 2 hours or whatever. But just walk around. People go to the gym. They socialize. It's all reasons why people go to the gym. But a lot of homeless people go to the gym too. Watching you motivates me too. No problem. Thank you, Brianna. I'm trying to talk to people, trying to share my life and letting people know, like, if you're in a bind, if you're in a pickle, you're going to be okay, man. It's going to be all right. You're going to make it through. Me and my homeless roommates were not allowed to go over 10 minutes in the shower at night. Yeah. Because I know they got the water heater and then you got to pay for the, I understand there's bills to be paid. I get that, I'm glad you got a shelter you can sleep in. Yeah, I can sleep in there. Some of the girls be in there sleeping all day. But those are the girls that don't work. I have a job, so I got to get up after a certain amount of time. But if I can sleep in a little bit, I like that too. I have my own apartment, and now the rent is very affordable, and there are 2 laundry rooms plus a swimming pool. Ooh, nice. Ooh, you must be paying for that, Nancy. That got to be expensive, girl. You got a gym and a laundry facility. You paying rent for that, girl. That's right. The 24-hour gym is a place I'll recommend to any homeless person. You can shower, you can stay fit. Some of the gym staff might understand and give you a lunch. Yeah. I've been a part of my gym now for years. I think I started this gym when COVID went down. The gym now, I've always been in the gym, right? The gym is just my life, but the gym is a comfortable place. And if you have the gym black card, and look at me putting out Planet Fitness, I think they should be paying me for talking about Planet Fitness. But if you have a Planet Fitness black card, I think my gym membership is now like $20. I got a gym membership and I have the black card. I had the basic, but now I have the black card. The black card, you can go in there and get on those massage machines. They have sitting chair massage machines, and then they have the one that's like you could lay down on it and it vibrates. It feels like you're on waves. So I take advantage of that too. Like, take advantage of whatever you're paying for at Planet Fitness, take advantage of that. But the gym is the place you can stay in the gym for 4 hours. They won't bother you. As long as you're not in there harassing nobody, as long as you're not in there, like, I don't know, sleeping or whatever, you don't bring attention to yourself. Don't bring attention to yourself, and nobody's going to bother you. But at the gym on a good day, especially in the morning when people are there a lot, people are mainly there before they go to work, and people are mainly there when they get off work. The weekends is a little bit more slow and dead because a lot of people don't work out on the weekends because most people are off work. So the weekends are a little bit slower. But if you're in the gym and you want to stay in there for 3 hours because you want to kill some time, it might be cold outside, you're homeless, The gym is a good place, but you can't be in the gym sleeping or anything like that, because once they find that out, they're going to know, oh, this must be a homeless person. I'm sure they experienced that with people, and they probably had to tell the person, you can't be in here doing that. But I work out anyway. Working out is a part of my life, but the gym is a place that you can go to kill some time if you don't have anywhere else to go. Yes. Packing up my belongings and moving to Texas was the best thing. I think I read that. Some shelters in New Jersey, they kick you out at 4 a.m. If you get an SSD, they only allow you to stay one day. Or, oh, okay, 211 to register first out here. It's hard to get in the shelter. And even like with 211, I stayed in 211 one night. They only gave me a hotel stay for one night. And when they give you 211, you only get to utilize that one time. So it's not like you can keep calling 211. Oh, I'm cold out here. You know, I need a place to stay or whatever. 211 only gives you a hotel stay for like one night. And it's going to be a hood hotel. It's going to be a crack fiend, dope infested hotel room. So I was in there and I was scared, you know, but I made sure my door was locked. So I stayed in a hotel like that, like one night. And that was rock bottom. And I was like, damn, I'm in a hotel where a lot of addicts are at. And I just like, you know, I'm not an addict. I'm not even a drinker like that. And I was just like, yo, my life is fucked up right now. And that was months ago that I was in this hotel. But I was in, you know, 211 put you in the worst hotel. They're not going to put you up in the Hilton for one night. They're not going to do that. So I was grateful to have that. You know, I stayed in that one night and I left the next day and I was grateful. But in that hotel, in the hood, and crack fiends running the crackheads all over the place, that bed was so comfortable. For some reason, it was in the worst neighborhood, the worst town, the worst area, but that bed was comfortable. For some reason, them nasty, ranchy hotels, those beds be comfortable. Not for real. Planet Fitness should sponsor you. I know they should sponsor me. I'm in there every day. Maybe I should work on. I don't know if I ever see anybody doing sponsored videos for Planet Fitness. That could be a job for me. One day, I beg they will. Yeah, let them sponsor me because I'm in there every damn day. Homeless shelters in Providence, Rhode Island are very decent. Are they? I know Providence, Rhode Island is going up past New York, right? It's going upstate. Exactly. I'm from Providence, Rhode Island. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go in here and get me a coffee, y'all, and I'm gonna come back and chit chat. I'm gonna put the picture back on because some people get mad. Well, you ain't showing your face. I don't show my face every time, like, you know, all the time I don't. I'm in Ottawa, Ontario, and I love Canada. Shelters are okay. There's just not enough shelters and too many addicts who take advantage of. And see, the thing with the addicts and everything is what I'm seeing is they honor the addicts before they will honor someone like me. The addicts get first priority in the shelter treatment. They treat the addicts like they're a cash cow. And that pisses me off because I used to be in the shelter in the other place I was in. The ladies used to be tweaking out. You know what I'm saying? They're tweakers. You wake up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. You got a woman zombied out in the middle of the floor. I don't like that because I'm not an addict myself. So I don't live that lifestyle. So I don't like that life. So addicts everywhere. But in the shelters, they don't kick those addicts out. I don't know why, but they would kick me out. They kick me out before they would kick out a dope fiend. Instead of telling the addict, listen, you need to go into treatment. That's where the addict should be, in a treatment facility where they could be monitored. You know what I'm saying? But I guess a lot of the addicts, they don't want to get clean. If they don't want to get clean, there's nothing nobody can do. But they shouldn't be in my freaking way. They shouldn't be in my way. I'm trying to get my life together. See, they don't be wanting you to get your life together. They want you to stay in the gutter. And that's the thing that I'm learning too. They be wanting you, the government and everything like that, the powers that be, the darkness, they want you to stay in the freaking gutter. They want me to stay down. Because they want me out here in the gutter, and they want me to turn to drugs and be a part of the problem. Yeah, you can't see me. I know, I'm about to go in here and get some coffee. I just turned my camera off. I turn it off from here and there depending on what I'm doing. But I'm sorry, y'all. I'm going to turn it back on in a little while. Maybe. I turn it on and I turn it off frequently. But I'm about to go get some coffee. So I'm going to come back and talk to y'all and catch up on the comments. But I'm going to go get me some coffee, y'all. But yeah, they treat the addicts like they're gold. Like it's a gold mine for them to have addicts in those shelters. I don't know what it is. But I guess they get more money from the government to house someone that has a problem with drugs. And that's not fair because I'm just a person. and I'm out here working, doing the right thing, out here making honest living, making honest money, and they seem like they don't want me in their shelter because I'm not strung out on drugs. I've been homeless for 10 years. I'm on dialysis. I can't be around all that because they be smoking crack, getting high in shelters. My immune system not to have, yeah. That's what I was dealing with. I mean, I don't think I've seen anybody, or I don't know what crack smells like. So I don't know, but I just know I don't want to be around people that's getting high on dope, and I don't want to be around those type of people. So I'm not looking at nobody like I'm better than you. I understand you have an addiction, but people that got addictions, they shouldn't be in shelters. They should be in treatment. Oh, but you can't force them to go to treatment. I understand, but they shouldn't be in here with people that's really trying to get their life together, that's not on any kind of drugs. Good luck to you, and take care of yourself and stay strong no matter what. God will see you through. He will. He sure will. Thank you, Nancy. I appreciate that. Thank you, Brother Clarence, for your kind words. But yeah, they take the tweakers first. As a recovered meth addict, I got more help tweaking out than I ever did trying to get sober. Yeah. And somebody was like, girl, you got to be an addict to really get some help. But see, I'm not going that route. I'm not going to turn myself out to get help. No, can't lose everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make it out of this. And I'm making it out on my own. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting my foot, the pedal is to the freaking metal. I'm coming out here every day and I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it. And I'm going to get myself out of this. I'm going to find, as soon as I find the second job, child, everything, the tables is going to turn. Those tables are going to turn, okay? I'm not a hopeless person. I'm not hopeless. I'm not, oh my God, what am I going to do? My life is over. Man, I'm definitely I'm a strong-minded woman. I'm going to get through this. You're going back to bed? Okay, I'll talk to you later, Nancy. I'm going to get some coffee, y'all. I'll be right back, okay? Can y'all keep an eye on my car? Thank you. Thank you for talking, Nancy. I'll talk to you soon. I'm back. You guys miss me? No, you did. I know y'all miss me, honey. I know y'all miss me because you know why? I missed y'all. Hello, I'm back. I got some coffee. I got some coffee. I got some coffee in my life. I got some coffee. I got some coffee in my life. I got some coffee. I got some coffee. So yeah, the homelessness is definitely, it's an epidemic, guys. Whether people think, oh, you got yourself into this, you're darn right I did. But guess what? I still deserve to have a roof over my head. I don't care what y'all say. I don't care what the trolls tell me. They tell me all the time. They be ripping me apart in the comments. You want somebody to finance your life? No, I'm talking about my experience, darling. That's all. I'm just talking about my experience. Good morning. Happy Friday to all. Good morning. Bro, guys, let's clearly been homeless. Like, there's been a difference between judging and speaking facts. If you don't like it, you have to get your own place. I can talk about whatever I want to talk about. God is good. I talk about whatever I want. If I want to judge, talk about, I talk about my experiences and I talk about what I see. So if you feel like I'm judging, you don't have to be here to watch. That's fine. You don't have to be here to watch. If you feel like I'm judging, hey, what are you here for? What are you here for? If you don't like it, get your own place and that's fine. But you have $10,000 to send to me so I can get a place? Okay. You can't decide who deserves to be there. I didn't say anything like that on my channel. I talk about the things that I see. Whatever I see that I think is wrong or not right, I'm going to speak about it. Because I can. I legally can come on here and talk about whatever I want. Yes, it's the government doing this and not the addicts. The same way they will help people who have a bunch of kids versus a person with none. How is it I don't even know what, unfortunately. You can still have humility and compassion and recognize that drug addict who gets more funds than you to fund their addiction doesn't use those funds to go for trying to get themselves out. I just feel like the shelter should help the addicts, but I understand the addicts have to say, they have to agree to getting help. Like they have to say, okay, you know what? Yeah, I want to get out of this lifestyle. I want to stop getting high. So let me go to treatment. The addicts have to agree to that. And I don't think y'all have ever heard me on here speaking about addicts in a bad way. Like, look at her, like laughing at people and saying, I never laughed at anybody. I never treated anybody bad. But I have my opinions of things that I see. So if I see this, I have the right to speak on whatever I want to speak on in the shelter that I'm in. And for people to come here and say, oh, if you don't like it, move out, that's great. And I don't like it. But there's nothing I can do about it. But I'm still going to stay because I need to be there. So I can talk about whatever I want to talk about. Instead, they were trying to make it illegal to be homeless. Yeah, that's crazy. Talking down on someone while being in the same situation is crazy. I'm not talking down on anyone. But then again, God is good. If you feel that way, why are you coming here watching me? What are you coming to my channel for if you saying I'm talking down on someone? I haven't said anything bad about addicts. I'm not sitting here laughing but if you feel like I'm talking down, you don't have to be here no more. You don't have to watch me. You don't have to hear me listen. And that's okay. That's okay. You don't have to go along with what I'm saying, and that's fine. I'm not talking down on nobody. I'm simply talking about my experience and what I see with my own two eyes. Good morning. I got you before. Good morning. How you doing? Nobody's talking down on anyone. You're just here when you should be looking at what's wrong and going on in your society. I get it, but that's not our problem. We need to focus on getting our own lives together. And that's fine. I'm getting my own life together. But in the process, I can talk about someone else. I can talk about the things that I see. You guys, you have a problem with someone talking about their experience? Like people write books all the time on their lives and things that they see and things that they witness and things that they experience. Like, come on. Let's not try to turn this around like I'm talking about somebody because I'm clearly not. I spoke about the experience that I saw with the mommies. I speak about the experience that I see with these addicts. And yes, I think it's wrong. So for you to come here and say, well, you need to get your own place. Well, that's fine. So why don't you send me $10,000 for me to get my own place? Because I'm going to be there and I'm going to continue to talk my talk. When I beg my workers, I'm not talking bad about anybody. I don't talk bad about the addicts. I didn't even talk bad about the mommies. I talked about what I saw them doing. Because I'm sure they're talking about me. And it's not, I never said anything to the left. I never said anything down or mean or anything to anybody. I never sat there and laughed and said, oh, look at these people. It's a lot of stuff that I could sit at the shelter and judge and talk about and say, look at that fat woman over there. Like, I don't talk about people like that. But I can come on here and talk about what I experience and what I see. Do I like it there? No. Do the mommies like it there? No. Nobody likes it at the shelter. But you could not like somewhere like your job. Do you like your job? Like, can anybody come here? I mean, some people like their job, and I like my job, but there's a lot of stuff that's going wrong with my job. I talk about my job too. I'm not the type of person that's going to sit here and shut my mouth and keep my mouth shut about something that I see that I think is wrong. Something that I think that the shelter can improve on, something that they can do better. I think the staff is very lazy and very rude, very nasty. Yes, they are. Not all of them, but most of them are. But I figure they should have more compassion and love and kindness and care for people that's in a position like me. And I'm not mad at someone for coming here speaking against what I'm saying. If you think that I'm being a picky pot or bothering, bullying someone or talking down on someone, I never said nothing bad about an addict. I never said nothing bad about the addicts. I said the addicts need to go to the right spot and get help. They need to go to treatment. The addicts don't need to be in a homeless shelter where there's homeless single mothers. There's women there that don't get high. That don't work out. That doesn't work out. You having addicts, people that have trouble with heroin and crack and all that stuff, meth or whatever, it doesn't fit. Having addicts around people that are going to work and trying to get their life back together and they're clean, it doesn't work. You can't have addicts with clean people. That doesn't work, man, because some of those people that's clean, they're going to turn into addicts. Some of them, because they're going to be like, somebody's going to try to encourage them. An addict wants to turn other people out. A lot of addicts, oh, how did you start using drugs? Oh, my friend. Oh, my roommate. Oh, he was getting high and I got into it. So addicts don't need to be around people that are not getting high. That doesn't mix. An addict needs to be in treatment. They don't want to put the addicts in treatment because they're getting so much money from the government to keep them in the shelter, and they try to shelter and cover these people. And these people need covering, but they need to be in a treatment facility. They need to be in an AA facility. And I know a lot of addicts can turn their lives around. I'm not saying that these people are hopeless. I don't sit up here and say, oh, well, they're on drugs, so that's the end of that. I don't say that. I don't sit here and look at myself like I'm better than them because I'm not on drugs. Oh, I'm not on drugs, so I'm sitting on my high horse. No, I got problems too. But my problems just doesn't have anything to do with drugs. But all I'm saying is the addicts need to be in the treatment facility where they need to be so they can get help. They have doctors and nurses that work in those places that are able to help these people when they start going into withdrawals. Exactly, but it's not the same bullying or insulting someone to say that a person with addiction has an addiction. Like, I don't. That's why it's being interpreted as talking shit. Well, that's fine. If the people think whatever they think, I'm not going to sit here and scream and keep screaming. That's how I feel. That's how y'all know I feel, and that's it. There's nothing wrong with that. I live every day. I live in low-income housing where addicts live everywhere. And I don't sit up here like I'm better than nobody. Like I'm on my high horse and I'm doing better than them. No, I'm in the gutter too. I'm homeless. I'm just not in the gutter with a drug addiction. So I'm not thinking or saying that I'm better than the girl that's on dope. Like I could, if I was a really messed up person, I could go in here and get views for it. Oh, let me take pictures of these addicts over here. For a million views. Like I'm not that type of person, man. But I am going to talk about my experience. This is my life, so this is my experience of what I'm dealing with and the things that I see. I don't talk down on the mommies because, shoot, I was a single mom for a long time. I know what they're going through. But if I see something in the room and I see that the mother don't want to get out of bed because she's being lazy and the baby's crying all night, you need to change something with that. The staff members are, the mommy, they get away with a lot in there. You know what I'm saying? And I figure, like, some of the homeless shelters, this shelter that I'm in, they allow a lot of people to stay in their position because they're so lenient. This shelter that I'm in is extra lenient on people. So some people don't want to get themselves together. Some people don't want to get themselves together. Some people are just laying around. Some people could be suffering from depression, yeah, but that's not everybody. Everybody's not suffering from depression. People come here and say, well, you never know, those mommies could be suffering. You're right, they could be. They very well could be. They very well could be, but most of them aren't. Most of them aren't. We have to stop sitting around here putting a band-aid on something that needs to be fixed. I'm not perfect, and I'm not better than none of those women up in there. I'm not better than the mommies. I was a single mother too. I'm not an addict, but I'm not sitting around. I don't take pictures of these women. I don't record them. Oh, look at her. She's tweaked out. Let me record this and put it on social media for me to get views. I just speak about what I see. I'm not making up no stories or facade. I don't think I've ever came here and said anything derogatory or bad. Like, look at that overweight woman over there, like laughing at people. I don't do that. I treat everybody with respect. I don't care what they race are. I'm in a room right now with 3 white women, and I talk to them. One of the girls wasn't so friendly to me. I don't care what race or anything you are. You could be on drugs, whatever. But the things that I see around these homeless shelters need to change. The staff members need to change. That's number one. They need to be strict. You got women in the shelter, like it sounds like a prison. Like the girls are up at 8 o'clock in the morning cursing each other out, wanting to fight and all that stuff. Like these are the things that need to change. And if I ever became rich, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to give back, and I'm going to open up a shelter myself, and I'm going to run one. I'm going to hire staff members to do the work. If I ever come into some money and I'm able to do something like that. Who knows? When I get out of this, I may go work in a shelter myself. Somebody was like, well, you talking about them, so why don't you try to help them? I'm not going to help a mother. That's her kid, right? One night I did ask, I said, do you want me to go get the baby a bottle? Because the baby was crying and the mother continued to sit there and sleep. What you want me to do? Roll out a red carpet and say, "Hey, I'm gonna do this for you," even though that's your kid? Like I'm not gonna do their job for them. Like I wouldn't expect someone, hey, somebody on YouTube, can you go do my job for me? I gotta go to work today, but I really don't feel like it. So some things is just pure laziness for some people in these shelters. Some things is pure laziness. Yeah, some people could be suffering from depression or whatever, but go get the help that you need so that you can get yourself on your feet. They do have medications for that. I don't know what it's like to be depressed, but when people come here and say that I'm like talking about people like in a bad way, no, I'm not. I'm simply speaking about what I see. And I don't even have time to sit up here and make up stories. I just talk about the shelter life, what I'm going in, what I'm going through, what I see. So some people may feel like, oh, you're talking, you're judging. No, it's not. That's what you feel. That's okay. I respect it. I respect if a person comes here and they're against what I'm speaking about. That's fine. I have no problem with that. As long as nobody's being disrespectful to me, you can say whatever you want. I don't have no problem with that. And I'm not a quick person. I'm going to block you because you're not speaking, you're not with me. You don't have to be with what I'm saying. That's fine. But you're not going to come here. I'm not going to do the disrespect when people want to try to call me out my name and call me this person. That's fine. But I'm living in this experience. I'm living in this experience, and I've been living homeless, and I've been in the shelters for now almost 3 or 4 months or whatever. So, I spoke about the first shelter I was in, and I'm going to speak about this one, and I'm going to continue to speak about it. I don't really have much to speak about because, like I said, I'm in the room with the single women, and it hasn't been bad. It hasn't been a bad experience. The girls that I'm in the room with is not bad. I can't complain with where I'm at now. I haven't seen any addicts in this shelter. No, the addicts were in the other shelter that I was in. I didn't see no addicts in this shelter. I guess because this one is kind of like nestled out in the boondocks, so there was no like drug activity and stuff really going on in this one that I could see. I see that the trolls are coming in and everybody want to be petty. So I didn't speak about no one's weight. I was talking about. I said that I don't speak about someone's weight. I can speak about people, being overweight or someone being a little slow. I didn't talk about nobody. I'm just speaking and saying what I didn't do. I could speak about people in a nasty, derogatory way. I could look at someone and say, "Oh, that person is this," or that person. I don't do that when I come here. So let's not do that. So if the trolls want to come in here, I got something for you. But I always wanted to, am I allowed to work in those environment staff until I've been housed and stable for 5 years? Well, that's great. I think telling your experience is so good for opening people's eyes. Yeah, that's what I just try to do. Open people's eyes. Your channel, whatever, don't like can bounce. Yeah, I don't care what people say. They're gonna go against it, and I don't have a problem with someone not agreeing with what I'm saying. If they feel like I'm talking down on someone, you don't have to watch my channel. If you feel that I'm that person and I'm pointing a finger and I think I'm better and all that, if you feel that way, you can move around. Good morning. How you doing, Caesar? Caesar, how you doing? Hello. Hello to everyone that just came in. That's fine. I don't feel any way towards you. I have supported you since day one. And I appreciate it. I get how tough it is, but focus on you. I do focus on me. I do focus on me, but this is part of what I do on YouTube. This is my YouTube channel. I am very much focused on myself. Trust me. I'm very much focused on me, but I'm also focused on my channel. So my channel is what I talk about, homelessness. So this is something I do on the side. This is something I do on the side. And not only that, like this is my therapy. This is what I talk about for myself, for my healing. So this is just what I do. And I'm not up here saying, oh, I'm going to make 1,000,000 views. I just so happen to start getting subscribers and I have people that support me and I'm grateful for that. But I'm not going to ever stop talking about this. Like even when I move, if I move into a hotel, if I move into an apartment complex, I'm going to still talk about something. That's just me. I'm a talker. I'm going to speak about it. Can you rent a room in someone's house? That's also going to be an option too, renting a room in someone's house. I just have to, like I said, I want to save up a certain amount of money and then I could go about moving, finding a roommate or something like that. So I'm going to do it, but right now it's just not the option because I want to save more money. I want to save at least like between $8,000 to $10,000. I want to save up that kind of money so that I can move out and have a little bit of cushion. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to move out and just have enough money for rent, car payment. I don't want to do that. I want to have some savings, pay my stuff to get in, and then have a cushion. Just in case something may go wrong with my car, I'm able to put it into the shop and get it out. Like I don't want to be living crumbled like cookie cutter. Like I don't want to live just enough to pay this and I don't have any savings. I need to have a savings first. So that's what my goal is. I want to save up a certain amount of money and then I could go out and find a roommate or go into an extended stay. So it's all about the finances, man. It's all about the money, what you have. It's all about what I can bring, as far as the savings. I want to save up some money before I even attempt to move out. So if I have to live this shelter life until I'm able to save up that amount of money, I'm going to do what I have to do. You are missing something here. She's just stating facts and I feel the same way. Yeah, I mean, I don't have no problem with someone feeling that way. And I don't want to come off like I'm being mean to God. He has been here for a while. I guess you're a male or female. He's been nice, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not against anyone that may think a different way. Like you sound like you're being a little judgy and I'm not. And I understand what he's saying, focus on me. I'm very much focused on myself, but I'm very much focused on what I do on YouTube as well. Like this YouTube thing can turn into businesses for people. This can turn into another form of income for me. And not only that, this is more therapy for me than anything. I'm able to talk about my feelings, talk about how I feel, put it out there, let it come out of my mouth, and you're going to get the backlash from people. And there's nothing wrong. A lot of people do this. A lot of channels come on here and they talk about their experience, they talk about their life, they talk about, I don't want to keep nothing bottled inside of me. I don't tell everything. I don't tell all my business, but I'm going to talk about my experience at the shelter. So I hope that everybody don't think that I'm being judgy or anything. I understand what people saying, oh, stay focused on yourself. I am focused on myself, but I'm also focused on my YouTube channel too. So sending you all the positive energy and vibes for today. Thank you, Caesar. I appreciate that. What's your name, by the way? I'm new here. I just use my name on my channel. That's what I use for my name. I don't put out my name. I don't do that. But you can just call me homeless, single woman, whatever you want to call me. But I just use my channel name. By who you are, just not the homeless. It's okay. You can call me single woman. That's fine. I'm not going to ever put my real name out there. I have trolls. I have people that are trying to dox me and find me and bring me down. Like, now, if y'all want to find my name, y'all going to have to do some searching for that. But I don't put out my real name. It's your point of view from your experiences. Yeah. I'm not missing anything wrong. That I feel no way, but I know there are also people who can find content and send it to her job. Well, in shelter. But see, I know what people are doing little things to me, and I understand that I'm under attack right now, and I really don't care. I have nothing to hide. If someone wants to send something to my job, I don't take videos at my job. I don't do anything. So y'all keep trying. So. I don't trust nobody on this social media platform. I get trolls come here all the time and try to bother me and do things to bring me down, and people are trying to find my shelter. Again, like I said, if somebody ever come up to me in real life and you are a troll and you want to find me, I do carry. So that's all I'm going to say. I do carry. I like her, and we are all adults having a conversation. I support her, and I want to see her win. I'm just giving input, and that's okay. That is definitely okay. I have no problem with someone giving their input. It is all right. Everybody is not going to always go. Everybody's not going to always agree with what I'm saying, and that's okay too. The only thing I do is block trolls. I don't block people for disagreeing with what I'm saying. I block people for being nasty, being rude, starting to go racial, and just being nasty for no reason. So I do block people. When I know a troll, I know a troll. I know what a troll is. So to me, necessarily a troll is not a person that's going against me. Heck, sometimes it's some things that we may need to hear that you may not want to hear, but you need to hear it. But as far as my point of view and what I see at the shelter, I'm not downing anybody. I'm not talking about nobody. I'm not going around teasing no one. I'm not saying that this person is ugly or that person's fat or look at her, he. I don't do that. That's completely fair with a nickname, fake name. That's okay. You don't have to call me anything if you don't want to, but I'm not giving out my government name, so that's never going to happen. When you're doing God's work, they always want to stop you. Yeah, I try. And one thing I'm going to let y'all know, because I know some trolls watching me right now. I stay prayed up, right? I pray to God. I believe in the power of prayer, and I know that I'm under attack, right? I know that people are trying to find me, right? Because I'm bringing my story out there. Nobody wants, like, you can report me to the shelter all you want. What they gonna say? What they gonna say? What they gonna say? Oh, she made content, but guess what? If they find my content, guess what? None of my content is none of my content is I didn't take no pictures. I'm just talking, right? I didn't say nobody's name. I ain't take no pictures of nobody. So it is what it is. So it is what it is. I know that people are probably trying to get me kicked out of this shelter too. And who knows? Maybe somebody contacted the other shelter and got me kicked out of there. I don't care. But the thing about it is, darling, I'm still housed. I'm still housed. I'm at where I'm at, and I ain't going nowhere. So if y'all want to try to dox me or do whatever y'all do, I could care less. Because I ain't going nowhere, baby. I didn't do anything wrong. Eventually, you might want a moderator for the trolls. I don't even mind the trolls. I let them stay in. Let them stay in. As long as they're not calling me derogatory names, I invite them. I let them stay. I don't really do the moderator thing because, like I said before, I had a moderator that I think he was trolling me. I think my moderator that I had ended up trolling me. So you can't even trust your moderators because I don't really do the moderating thing unless it's somebody that's been around for a long time and I built a good rapport with, maybe. But right now I don't want to do the moderator thing because a moderator could bring your channel down too. Because if they're a wicked moderator, if they're wicked and they're trying to destroy you, a moderator could be a person that could destroy your channel because they could be blocking comments that you need to see. Like, no, I don't want to do that. Not right now, and who knows what the future holds. I don't really care what people say about me. They could come here and call me black, ugly, nappy-headed, big face, big nose. I didn't hurt it all. I could care less what people think because I don't feel that way about myself. I have so much confidence in myself. I don't care what someone thinks about me. I'm still going to get up every single day and do what I do. So it doesn't matter. If people want to find a shelter and complain and call and do, I could care less. Call my job, I could care less. I could care less what y'all try to do. It doesn't matter to me. I'm covered. I'm covered. I am covered. I'm covered in all ways. There's nothing no one can do to bring me down. There's nothing no one can do to attack me. That's crazy that people do. Yeah, they do. I mean, this is a YouTube thing. People do this on YouTube all the time. They dox you. They try to figure out where you're at. They screenshot street corners. And that's why all the time I don't always go on camera. Like, I don't show my face. Not because I'm hiding something, but I don't want people to see where I'm at. You know, they screenshot this, oh, I know where that's at. You know what I'm saying? So people that try to bring you down and they want to destroy you, they're going to look at stuff in your video and they're going to try to find I don't trust anyone. Concerning the shelter, you are right. You don't want to help people who are stable. I dealt with the same. I wasn't trying to offend you. I was saying it's a government fault, not theirs. Yeah, I just figure since I'm working and stuff, they probably don't get the money that they get from whatever subsidies they get from the government or whatever. They get more from the people that are on uh, welfare. They get more from those women. So someone like me that brings in my own income, even though my income is low, someone like me, I'm on the bottom of the barrel. I'm on the bottom of the barrel more revenue that they would get from someone that's probably on welfare or someone that is on disability or someone that, yeah. Jesus Christ makes a lot of sense. Now, why don't you always have your camera on? Because I don't have to have my camera on all the time. I don't have to. I don't have to. I know certain people out there trying to dox me. I don't have to have my camera on because it's legally okay for me not to have my camera on. I don't have to. That's why. So, when people start to ask me why don't I have my camera on, why? So you can see my surrounding areas, you can see where I'm at. Is that why? Trying to get by. So I don't show my camera all the time because I don't have to. I don't always have to show my surroundings of where I'm driving at or where I'm going. I don't have to. I really don't have to. You guys already know what I look like. If I put on my camera, I put it on, and that's it. That is it. I'm sorry people have been evil to you. That's okay. You don't have to be sorry. But people are trying to really find me and find where I'm at. But like I said, I do carry. So if people try to come sideways to me out in these streets, I got something for you, baby. I got something sweet for you. But I don't walk around with the spirit of fear. I don't walk around with the spirit of fear. And some people say, oh, you got to be careful. I know we all have to be careful. Like, even though I do social media, like a person that's not on social media, we all have to be careful out here. The woman that's going back and forth to work every day, she has to be careful. Even men have to be careful. Like, we all have to be careful in this world. We just don't never know what can happen. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to live in the spirit of fear and be fearful of, oh, maybe somebody on YouTube might find me. If they do, they do. Like, what am I going to say? There's nothing I can do about it. I just always stay on my knees and I pray and I ask God to keep me safe, keep any danger, any harm away from me. You know what I'm saying? Keep me safe. That's it. That's all you can pray for. Is safety over your life. And God is protecting me. God has his angels surrounded by me. There's nothing nobody can do to me, baby. I'm covered. Yeah, and they'll pretend to be for you in this cold world. Yeah, I don't trust nobody. I don't trust nobody. I mean, I respect my subscribers. I do respect everyone. But as far as the moderation thing, I don't think I'll ever do that again. Because like I said, I don't know if I told y'all the story about the moderator. There was this guy. He was a white guy. He used to come in all the time, very respectful, very, very into conversation with me, sending me paragraphs. I'm on a live stream reading. He was engaging, very engaging. Every time I got here, he was the first one here. So he might be watching me, so I don't know. But after a while, I think it's been like a month, and I noticed this particular man was always around, always talking, real kindness in my ears, encouraging words, talking about what he does. So I did subscribe to his channel and everything like that. So one morning I came on live early in the morning. He came right on as soon as I came on. He must be an early bird, which is fine. I don't know, no thing. So he